Hello there, my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to another SWGOH video. So in this one, I'm back in the Galactic Legends Kylo event, so I'll be covering tier 6. Now I've just completed it 10 times, so I was able to unlock ultimate ability on my Kylo, but for the sake of this event, it doesn't really matter. I will not use it, and it doesn't really make a difference. Now, because I completed it 10 times, I was able now to go over and over and try different teams, different turn orders and things like that. And the best team that I found out for me is actually using, we got obviously Kylo there, Hux, Phasma, First Order Officer, and then finally Special Forces TIE Pilot. So this team I found out was able to very quickly complete this and consistently. I never lost with it. So let me show now my mods here. So we'll see for Supreme Leader Kylo, you will want to stack him with lots of offense. Have also critical damage there on him. In terms of relics, when I first tried a couple of times tier 6, my Kylo was still relic 5 and I failed both times. He just wasn't able to do enough damage at relic 5 for me at least. So I would definitely recommend you get your Kylo to relic 7 before you attempt this to avoid losing tickets. Now I'm not saying it's not possible to do it with lower relic than relic 7, but I highly recommend you to do that, because yeah, those tickets are really annoying. They take a long time to farm or lots of crystals for refreshes, so you do really want to make sure you can complete it every single time. Right, so in terms of Kylo, I would suggest that you aim his speed to be 500 plus there, so that he's fast enough. Then obviously you need to stack him with critical damage, and then finally get his offense up high as well if you can. I would really strongly recommend to do that so he can do some big hits. Probably it will also work if you mod him for offense instead of critical damage. In my case, I have better secondary speeds on critical damage set than offense, and that's why I have him modded for critical damage there. Right, so that's my Kylo, obviously all the Zetas there. Now looking at Phasma here, she's relic 5, that's the minimum requirement for the event. And just some average mods on her, there you go, just modded her for some speed. She's a 239, doesn't really matter for this event to be honest. And then looking at First Order Officer, also minimum relic 5, and again just some speed on him. He's a 281. So I didn't particularly mod for this event. These are just the mods I have on these guys all the time, and it was good enough. And now looking at Hux as well, minimum at relic 5 obviously, and then you go some speed as well at 285. I have him there. Now I think when you do mod, it's beneficial if your Hux is faster than First Order Officer. So just make sure when you are modding that Hux is faster. And then finally First Order Special Forces, again minimum at relic 3. I just have him modded for some damage, and that's it really here. Nothing too crazy. And as well, make sure you have some speed on him, but he doesn't need to be like that fast. Now the damage in all these guys doesn't really matter, because all the firepower will be coming from Kylo. They are here just to feed the turn meter and assist to Kylo. That's their only job. Alright, so with that said, now let's go into the event.
Look at yourself. You wanted to prove to my mother that you were a Jedi, but you've proven something else. The dark side is in our nature. Surrender to it.
No! Yeah, Rey has very few words, as in all other tiers. I actually think dialogue is the same from tier 4, 5 and 6. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. Now one thing to note here, if you look at Rey, same as in tier 4 or 5, she's got these stacks of memory, but the difference is she will reach enlightened when she gets 5 stacks, so it's much faster than in tier 4 and 5. And once she reaches enlightened, she will be very hard to kill. That's why I found out that this team, you know, is pure firepower, lots of assists and turn meter, so can take out Ray quickly. Alright, and then also now this event here, that's an order, so that's a slightly upgraded ability from tier 5. What it does is, on top of extra damage and not being able to be targeted, it also adds turn meter swap in addition, so that's useful. But to begin with, you just want to stun Finn, and then Hux should go second, pass bonus turn over to Kylo, and reset his cooldowns, so now you can stun Poe. Okay, and then again, first order officer goes next, passes turn meter over to Kylo. Now this is where you will want to do AoE just to start increasing Kylo's mastery, so he'll be hitting harder and harder. And then when Phasma gets a turn, do a victory march, boost everybody's turn meter. Here we go. And now Special Forces TIE Fighter will get a turn, and what you want to do is now use this ability, that's an order here, and swap turn meter with Kylo. Okay, so see we swap turn meter with Kylo there, so Pilot has high turn meter, so he'll go quickly as well. Now see we got critical damage up, we got offense up, and we got a buff, that's an order up on us, which also gives 50% extra damage. So this will be now a big hit right here, and this should bring Rey into damage immunity. Here we go. Boom. So we trigger damage immunity already on Rey. Okay. So then as the next turn, you just target whichever resistance heroes is lower on protection, so that'll be the one that does not have live blood, and you just want to do here oppressive fire with Hux. Just go all out, boom, took him out there. Now sometimes I'm not able to quite finish one of the heroes there. They would just have like a sliver of health, just being red, having critical damage immunity there, but it doesn't really matter whether you kill him or he stays alive, that's okay. Right, and because now we swapped turn meter earlier with Kylo, Pilot has another turn, and this is where he can now call Kylo to assist. Okay, boom, so Rey is getting low already, and now you want to use spinning shot on the remaining hero here, because if you look at the ability here, if you manage to remove turn meter, then your allies will gain turn meter as well. So let's do that. Okay, it resisted, so no turn meter again for us, unfortunately. Alright, I just want to switch back on Rey, and yeah, just keep doing AoE here. It doesn't really matter who you target, because when you do this you kind of reduce mastery stats from the target, yeah, but for this event it doesn't really matter who you target, to be honest. Right, so now Rey's in yellow, so she took up Phasma, and that's what happens, she always targets Phasma first, I don't know why, but that's just how it is. So now Hux gets to go again, pass turn meter over to Kylo, and this is where you can now finish off Rey, so you can use that's an order ability. So Kylo uses it on himself, swaps turn meter with himself, which basically means bonus turn. So here we go, and just do a basic here and that should take her out. No, not quite. Alright, let's pass this over, do an AoE, and that should do it. There we go.
We are divided in the Force, Rey. Two that are one will defeat the Emperor together and take the throne. No reply from Rey. Alright guys, so as you can see, this strategy works really well with the team here that I'm using. Now I'm not saying this is the best strategy or the only, there are many teams, many strategies, but I just found this one to be really fast. Like a lot of strategies depend on your Kylo building up his damage, and you lose all your characters, whereas in this case mostly you have 3 characters left standing. Here actually I had good RNG, I had 4 still left. I found this one very quick than other strategies that I've seen out there on YouTube. Alright, here we go. Okay, so see, this time Rey did not use lifeblood. It does happen sometimes. Now if it does, you just carry on as normal. Here we go. Stun Finn.
Then you want to stun Poe. Pass turn meter back over to Kylo. Do an AoE here. More turn meter. Swap turn meter with Kylo. See if we can get Rey into damage immunity here. Nope. Okay, then a mass attack should do it. Alright. So now Kylo gets another turn, so we can call Kylo to assist. See if we can reduce turn meter on somebody. No, resisted. Okay, let's do another AoE then. Alright. We lost Hugs there. So let's pass turn meter back to Kylo. Use that's an order. Do basic because basic does 2 hits, so will be more damage here. Okay, so raise into red there. And just another basic, and that should do it. So there you go. This time the RNG was different. I actually find these ones when she doesn't use Lifeblood actually are not as clean as the one when she does for some reason. I don't know why, but there you go. You can win as well. Alright, let's do it again. Hopefully this time she will use Lifeblood because that's what happens in most cases, and that's the actually sequence I did want to show you a couple of times here. Okay, here we go. So we stun Finn, pass turn meter back to Kylo, stun Poe, another turn for Kylo, time to do an AoE here. Okay, more turn meter. I'm gonna swap turn meter with Kylo and do a basic. There you go, we trigger to raise damage immunity there. Target one of the heroes that doesn't have protection anymore. Mass attack here. So there you go, this time was not able to take him out, but that's fine, he's in red, so no problem at all. Now Pilot gets another turn here and call Kylo to assist. See if we can finally reduce some turn meter. Resisted. Kylo just doing AoE here then. Okay, Rey going after Pilot there. Another turn for Kylo there. Alright, time to use the event ability and do another AoE here. Okay, pass turn meter to Kylo and basic should finish her off. There you go. Okay, take out Finn and well, that should do it. So again, you see we got 4 characters left. So in most cases it happens you got 3 or 4 characters left with this kind of sequence. Alright, let's do it one more time, because one of them was the glitchy one where Rey did not use at the beginning Lifeblood. Yeah, I said I've done a lot of testing, and for me this team just totally, you know, wrecks Rey and her heroes here very quickly, as you've seen it. Here we go. Stun Finn. Pass back to Kylo. Get another stun on Poe there. Okay, another turn for Kylo here. Just do an AoE. Here we go. More turn meter. Swap turn meter with Kylo over here. Do a basic, which will trigger damage immunity on Rey. Mass attack on one of the heroes that doesn't have protection. There you go, took him out. Call Kylo to assist. Pinning shot on the hero. There we go. I'm gonna do an AoE here. Alright. Pass turn meter back to Kylo. And then Kylo can use the ability, that's an order. Just use basic here. Alright, I'm gonna lose one more character. That should do it. So here we go. And yeah, like I said, in most cases I have 3 characters left with this team. If it goes well, I've got 4. If sometimes I have 2, but in most cases 3. Alright guys, let's do it one more last time, just to show you that this really works every time and it's so quick. I know different teams, they use either Sith Trooper or some of them use OG Kylo in there, but Sith Trooper doesn't really add anything because all these guys, they can't do any damage, so you really need, you know, characters like these that can just give turn meter to Kylo quickly. Okay, one stun. There we go, another stun. Okay, more turn meter here. Do an AoE. More turn meter. And we're gonna swap turn meter with Kylo. And use basic here on Rey to get her in damage immunity. Then mass attack on one of the heroes there. Okay. Phasma is always first to go. Call an assist. Kylo with a nice double hit here. Pinning shot on the hero over there. Gonna do an AoE here to keep boosting our mastery. Here we go. Pass turn over to Kylo. And Kylo can use the event ability. Basic on Rey, and that takes her out. So there you go, guys. As you can see, this is very quick. Rey basically only gets a couple of turns in, and that's it. There we go. Alright guys, I hope you found this video here useful. It's a very straightforward event at the end of the day once you figure out the strategy here. There have been many videos that I had a look and I've tried, but this team right here is the one that I had the most success with in terms of how quickly you can take out Rey and reliably as well. So let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server what team are you using. If you're now here doing tier 6, do you want to go and try this team out as well and see if it works as well as it did for me or not. But until then guys, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.